Hi, Church. Pastor Jeff here with another Trinity check-in. I have a Prepare the Way update for you today. You know, when Trinity first moved to Village Gardens more than 15 years ago, the original vision was to finish by building a sanctuary and perhaps more space for anything else that was needed. And sure enough, here we are, ready for that. We are feeling growing pains in so many ways, including our children's ministry, which all too often has the rooms downstairs packed full, and our childcare has room to grow too. And of course, it would be nice to have a sanctuary allowing us to do so much more as a church. So many of you have been giving to the Prepare the Way campaign. It's been wonderful and heartwarming to watch. You know how churches move. Churches tend to move slow, especially at big decisions, in part because we don't have any one person in charge. It's a matter of including as many voices as possible, even if it makes things a little slower. But we're trying to bring you updates every so often, and we have one for you today. So, Joshua Berry, the Prepare the Way campaign chair, has an update for us today. I want to share it with you, and then I'm going to give you a little extra update at the end. Let's check picture.
Hi Trinity, it's Joshua Berry. I wanted to provide you a brief update on the Prepare the Way campaign. First off, thank you so much for your continued pledges and the honoring of those pledges. So far, over $675,000 has been received as we continue to save and prepare the way for what comes next. Over the last few months, we've had an opportunity to meet with the bank, and let's just say maybe our hopes and visions were a little bit bigger than what reality could be. When we started to really look at the numbers, it seems like we may need to think about the project in maybe some different phases. And so BVH, the architects, are meeting with the building committee and starting to put together some additional exciting options and ideas that might help us think about right sizing or maybe even scoping into phases some of the project. Again, this is why this whole campaign and program has been about having multiple votes and multiple opportunities to bring it back in front of the congregation. Nothing has been decided yet, and our hope is that after the building committee meets with BVH here in mid-January, that in the next couple of months, there will be some updates that can be brought back to the congregation with some new ideas of options and costs, and we'll be able to have a vote in terms of how we want to move this forward. If you have any additional questions, please come to me, come to Jim Lose, the chair of the building committee, or to Pastor Jeff. Again, thank you so much for your faithfulness, and I'm excited to see where God continues to take this.
So as Joshua mentioned, right now we're breaking the project into more manageable pieces now that we have a better idea what we can raise as a church. And I'll give a little update. He actually recorded that about 3 or 4 days ago. The building committee met 2 days ago on Monday evening with BVH, the architects, and they presented us with some very good options of how we could make the project more manageable. We thought we needed one more though before we take it to the church. So we sent BVH back to work on one more option. So that will be coming to you all soon, to church council, and then likely to the entire church from there. I'll remind you that for the project as a whole, we're currently in this save up period that you see here. So there are two opportunities for the church, at least two opportunities for the church to vote further on the design as we go forward. So there's lots of opportunities for you all to weigh in. There's much more to come. I will tell you though, being in the building committee and seeing the ideas and the options that we'll be bringing to you soon, it's exciting. So I hope you're excited. Thank you to all of you who are giving. There will be much more to come, and it remains quite clear to me that God is doing big things here at Trinity, and it is just awesome to be a part of it. More than that though, I do hope you'll continue praying, because all of the gifts that you give to the campaign, of course that's part of how things work and how you get it done. But I'm a firm believer that the prayer matters, well, not just as much, it matters more. That provides a foundation for why we do it. It changes the feel of the whole thing. It shapes our intentions and helps us to see where God's moving in it, and blesses us more deeply too. So whether you're giving to the campaign or not, or wherever you may happen to fall, I do hope that you will also pray for your church, because it is true that God is here. All right, this Sunday we complete the Restoring Faith series. It's a short-ish series, all the same. It's gone by fast, and I'm looking forward to this last week. A little more action in this one. I hope that you will be here, and in the meantime, I hope that wherever you are finding God in whatever you do. I'll see you soon, church.